this week's edition of HawkTalk. I'm Seth Morkirky. Parker is out of town again. He's out golfing, so we wish him the best while he's out competing. But we have a coach here. Go ahead and introduce yourself and what you do on campus.
Jason Watson, head baseball coach for Dickinson State. I also run the Bijou Activity Center. I teach a little bit of everything.
Do a little teaching, yeah. Well, this year wasn't what we expected. It was kind of a tough last year for the Blue Hawks, but that wasn't the case for the past couple of years. So maybe give us a recap of this season and then the recap of your whole career here, because it's been an excellent career.
Sure. This year was difficult. Finding out last May that this would be the last year for DSU baseball really hurt my recruiting. To bring in, I had 18 guys signed to come in, 15 of them decommitted. So it kind of put us in a hard spot right away with lack of numbers. Luckily, we had a big senior class, and we were able to fill a team. It was a difficult year. I had some things happen. Didn't really play the way we were capable of playing. We had a lot of younger guys playing, so the experience level really wasn't there. We made a lot of mental mistakes, which led to physical mistakes. But we finished the season with 13 guys, and those guys played their hearts out. And, I'm very happy that those guys stuck it out for this final season. And, I definitely, respect them all very much for doing what I've preached over the years. We've had some new guys this year, guys that have been here just last year and then this year, and then some guys that have been around for a couple of years, like Dylan Scable, been here for 4 years and stuff. So, it was I guess you could say a frustrating year, but the guys played hard, and you can't take that away from them. Obviously, we'd like to win a few more games, make conference tournaments, stuff like that. But, they went out, they played hard, and, that's all that I really asked for them.
Right, yeah. You mentioned Dylan Scabo, guys like him who have been here 4 years, stuck it out, really played their hearts out the whole, and really represented the program. What does it mean to have guys like him along the whole way during your career?
Dylan started for me for 4 years, and he's kind of a different player because obviously played football as well. So we only had him during the spring, right. Where his focus was football during the fall, and that's what I wanted for him as well. But he, he's comes from a great family. His work ethic is awesome. Right. His dedication to athletics, to academics. Right. That's your real, definition of a student athlete. Yep. And he's done everything I've ever asked for him. And, if you can build your program around guys like that, right. 4-year guys who understand what your main goal is and where they want to, get to in life, that's a good start, right. And, for him to stick it out for 4 years, baseball and football, that's tough to do. And, he's definitely, a joy to coach, over the last 4 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Dylan's a football player. You talked about that, but you also had a few other football players on the team. Cooper came on before the season, and then some stuff happened midway, and you were able to pick up Danny. What was it like to have both Cooper coming in for that pitching role, that third game role, really kind of stepped up there, and then Danny kind of finding his swing, playing in the outfield a little bit? What was that like?
Both those guys. Obviously, Cooper, we knew he was going to play at the beginning of our season. Danny we picked up later. It was funny because in our last game at presentation, we're sitting in the dugout with my assistant coaches, and I said, look at out on the field right now. Our starting pitcher and our starting catcher are both football players. Right, yeah. And Danny, he hadn't picked up a bat or caught a ball or anything like that in 3 years. Right. And he's the type of guy that if he's not being successful, it really gets to him. So I had to pull him aside. Danny, remember, you haven't hit a 85-mile-an-hour fastball in quite a long time. Right, it'll come. But he made some great plays in the outfield. He really transitioned into an even better catcher. Yeah. with us really not having a lot of time to work with him, he really listened to what we were saying and really stepped up big, threw a bunch of guys out, late in the season. Became a very good defending catcher. So, Cooper, same thing. He came in, hadn't really thrown a pitch against a live batter in a while. So, it was good to see him progress over the years or over the year, I guess. And, he really listened as well and really took in what we were trying to teach him. And, over the last 3-4 weeks, he really shined in his last 2 outings. He had a no-hitter through 4 innings, which, you don't really see that too often.
Right.
So having those guys come on and play a key role in, us being able to continue our season was, it was really good to see.
Yeah, definitely. Just talking with you, I know that you really care about your players and you care about their development. So, the past couple of years, you've really been here and you've put your heart into this baseball program. So give us maybe your favorite memory, your favorite couple of memories working with the players the past couple of years.
Yeah, I've worked with a lot of student athletes over the years. When I first took a job here, had baseball, assistant football, and then teacher as well. So I've seen a lot of the student athletes, come through my class or working with them in football or baseball, whatever it might be. So I'm very grateful for the opportunity that I had 7 years ago to come in and be a part of Dickinson State University and the tradition that DSU has. And so I mean there's a lot of memories. I think the one that stands out the most is when we hosted the conference tournament. I think it was 3-4 years ago. And I think it was probably the best crowd we ever had. We came in as the 8th seed and got beat the first game and worked our way back and played a night game on Saturday night, I believe it was, to against Valley City. Lights are on, people are in the stands, and Dylan actually turned a game-ending 6U3 double play to advance us to the next game, the first championship game, which we beat Mayville, and then force a second championship game, which our steam ran out, I guess you could say. But that whole tournament, was really, that's why I coach. That's why I continue to coach. Is I love to see when our players have success, the smiles on the face. That's what I always tell them is, what keeps me coming back through hard times and stuff like that is when you do get that victory and the teams are going through the handshake on top of the mound in the middle of the field. I mean, that's in seeing the smiles and the excitement that they have, especially in a setting like that, conference tournament. Now that just allowed us to go on to the championship game. Those are the memories. Obviously winning is fun, but also being able to, when these players go through tough times, slumps, stuff like that, being able to work with them and watch them listen to you as a coach and make adjustments, and then they start seeing the success where they come back to you like, Coach, what you said really, it helped me, So obviously the winning parts are parts that you really remember, but, the times when you struggle and the team stays together, those are also things that I'll remember. But it's been fun. Unfortunately, like I told the players, all good things come to an end sometime. And, I'm just very fortunate to, in our last season, be able to coach, those last 13 guys, over the last month and a half. And I'm very, like I said before, I'm very pleased that they stuck it out.
Right. Yeah. It's going to be tough to see DSU baseball kind of go away. But one other thing we get to look forward to is this summer, the Big Sticks League that you're the general manager, correct?
General manager of the Badlands Big Sticks.
The Badlands Big Sticks. You've had a little. Oh, you got
got a little present for you. Why don't you go and throw that on?
Okay, here we are.
Get the old Badlands Big Sticks hats.
And you've had some experience playing in the summer leagues. Hopefully this looks good.
Yep.
You've had some experience playing or coaching in the summer leagues. Sure. So maybe talk about that. Talk about how that's going to shape this summer.
Well, I was fortunate enough to be able to coach in 2 different leagues during the summer as the head coach, the manager, whatever you might call it. And that really got me into the excitement of summer baseball because all the players that you have, they they want to continue to get better during the summer. So then they, hopefully have an opportunity at some point in their life to play professional baseball, to get paid to play baseball.
Right.
So, I had the opportunity to go down to Casper, Wyoming the summer of my first year here. And then the following year I went to Danville, Illinois in the Prospect League, which is probably one of the top 4 leagues in the country. We won that league. So the experiences that carried over with me being the GM now, I've seen what organizations do the right things, what organizations don't possibly. And, so I think those things really help where we're going to go with the Big Sticks this summer.
Yeah, and there's a lot of anticipation, a lot of buzz around Dickinson about this, the Big Sticks, and I'm definitely excited. Parker's going to be involved with all that. So maybe talk about what it's going to do for our community, jobs, opportunities for college kids even.
Yep. It's one thing with our sports management program that we offer at DSU. Everybody needs an internship, and what we're doing is we're offering internship opportunities for our students at DSU. So that's one thing. If they're interested in doing that, to get a hold of us, we can set that up. Also, we have part-time jobs available, on game days. So you come out, you might work in concession stand, you might work the scoreboard, whatever it might be. We got a bunch of jobs that we need filled, and obviously those are paying jobs. So as far as getting the community involved, it really starts with being able to employ people in our community. Obviously, these would be the high school kids, obviously, as well as DSU kids. Right. But it's going to be a fun time. I think I put together a pretty good team. We got 2 local kids, and then Gabe, who pitched for me, is going to pitch for us this summer as well. We're going to have a handful, 6-7 Division I players playing as well. So it'll be exciting. I'm hoping that this kind of fills the void and goes above and beyond. With us losing DSU baseball, this gives the community an opportunity to continue to see a higher level of baseball. And I personally think Dickinson is a huge baseball and softball community, so I really think that this is going to take off. It's going to be a good thing.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. A lot of buzz, like I said. Season starts May 25th, correct?
Yes, May 25th. The home opener is June 1st.
June 1st, okay.
First 2 series are on the road.
Yep, so you can come out June 1st. Like Coach Watson said, there's a lot of job opportunities. If you're looking for a job, looking for that internship, go ahead and get in contact with Coach. It's been great talking with you. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you, Seth.
We'll be back with one of the DSU athletes next.
Life is full of many successes, achievements, stages. Every year we grow, things change, and pretty soon we realize we want and need to do more. When you're ready for that next step, Dickinson State University will get you there. Find out how at dsublue.com.
Welcome back to Hawk Talk. I actually lied to you. We have 2 track athletes here. So go ahead and introduce yourself individually and what events you do.
Jamal Liggins. I'm triple jumper and long jumper.
I'm Mackenzie Grubbs, and I'm a hurdler, and I run the relay, 4x1 relay.
4x1 relay, yeah. Both of you two, you're qualified in a few events, and we'll get to that. But Jay, I just want to talk to you right away, talking about what it's been like to be a track athlete at DSU. You also play football, but we're going to talk about track right now. What it's been like to be a track athlete as a freshman, sophomore, and now into your junior year of track, and then developing into that leadership stage.
It's been like it's been a real pleasure. First 2 years, I've had different coaches. Schillinger was here right away, and then Chris Zero was here the second year, and now for having Nick Walker here for these past 2 years has really been. You really can see the progress of our team, the improvements we've made, and then how the way Nick runs things is so smooth and organized, and having help from Shane Whitcop, Jen Hartman, Jeff Miller. I feel like we have a real cohesive unit here, and then you can really tell that things are going well just by the way the athletes respond to it. And just because we haven't been outside much due to the weather, and then we're finally outside these past few meets, and guys didn't flinch, guys are back in it, we're going, and the level of competition just been way really through the roof, and I haven't seen us compete like this since ever. Honestly, it's pretty fun to watch.
That's cool, yeah. Mackenzie, talking to you, you're from Wyoming, correct?
I am.
And so you're a freshman coming into college. What's that been like, that transition from high school track to college track? The speed's a little bit different, but go ahead.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely takes a different like mental mindset, and it's just a lot of hard work, and it's fun though because everyone there loves the sport as much as you do.
Right, yeah.
And
That's right,
so
yeah.
it's different from high school.
Yeah, track is an amazing sport. It's all sorts of events going on. We've had quite a few of your teammates on the past couple of weeks talking about the team aspect of things, but I want to get both of your opinions, so we'll start with Jay, then Mackenzie. Just talk about what it's like to be a teammate to all sorts of different athletes. You know, you got the throwers, the sprinters, the long distance. What is it like to go and cheer on all of those teammates and then have them cheer for you as well?
It's fun. It's great to be out there. Like, you get to interact with so many different kinds of people from so many different walks of the world, and it's just like everyone's so friendly, and like they're like how Kenzie said, everyone's here to get better. Everyone loves what they're doing, and then they even love watching you do it. So like, you're jumping, you're running, like there's always a crowd. You always have a familiar face in this crowd cheering you on, and it's just exciting knowing that like you want to do well every meet, and like your teammates want you to do just as well, you know, and like and it's amazing feeling, honestly.
Yeah, Kenzie.
I agree with that. Like, it's awesome to be running like my 400 hurdles, and everywhere there's teammates cheering me on, like reminding me to do things that I'm working on in practice, and yelling out times and stuff, and it helps everyone do better, and it's awesome just to have so many people there that want you to do your best, and it's awesome to have everyone supporting you so much.
Yeah, that's very true. You know, in high school it's the 300 hurdles, and now transitioning into the 400 hurdles. You're B standard qualified for nationals in the 400 and the 100 hurdles. What kind of feeling has that been?
It's honestly an awesome feeling. Like, all the hard work is paying off finally, and it's really exciting because I honestly came in thinking, like, as a freshman, I'm gonna have to work my butt off. It's gonna be super hard, and now it's kind of like becoming a reality that I finally have made it.
Yeah.
So it's awesome.
Cool. Yeah. And Jay, you know, you've been to nationals a few times, indoor, outdoor. What kind of advice can you give her? What does it look like what is it like to see her, you know, get to that B standard, and then, you know, give her some advice too?
Yeah, like watching her do it, because like I said, we're always watching our guys compete. It was an amazing feeling. Like, I was excited, and like for her to get it the first time, like she's like straight from high school and come out here to really get in the groove right away, and like to really like blossom as fast as she did. It shows a lot about her work ethic, and then the way she pushes herself, and it shows like our coaches really helping her. Then I feel like, as well, having the teammates pushing everyone, I feel like it's really easy to like get in the groove and like to perform to your best. And then as far as like competing at the national meet, I feel like it's definitely like, it's a surreal feeling when you get there, because like you want to tell yourself, you know, just another meet, and then you hop off the plane, or like however we're gonna get there, and just like, wow, like I'm really here, like I'm in Gulf Shores, Alabama, competing for nationals. And then just like you get there, you see all these amazing athletes, and like you know, you're like, wow, these guys are so good, but then you have to stop and remind yourself, like, wait, I'm one of those guys. I'm one of those amazing athletes as well. And then so, like, as far as it goes, just do what you do, you know, because, like, you're there for a reason. You're there with all those top-notch athletes, and, like, when the lights are on, I'm sure you'll do fine.
Yeah, that's right. Jay, you know, you got a lot of swagger with you when you walk around when you compete. I love watching you jump. You do the long jump, triple jump. What's that been like to kind of carry that swagger, push that onto the team, and make the team, especially at the conference meet? You guys are trying to win that, both in the guys and the girls. So what is kind of the pressure that you can put on them, a good pressure, to make everybody compete at the highest level?
Well, I just always try to you know, track's a little split up and stuff, so I usually try to remind all the jumping crew, like it's all mental, you know, it's all about how you carry yourself. Like I think I'm the best, and every day I'm gonna prove I'm the best. It is not even the fact of outwork. Like, I do try to outwork everyone on the team, but it's not a fact about comparing yourself to someone else. It's about being better than you were the day before. And I just truly believe that everything I do, just like I feel like you can do anything you put your mind to, and just keep pushing yourself to get better and better and better. And I always try to not push down the guys, because a lot of the guys really understand it. And then even the younger guys, they come in, they really get it right away. But like, I try to just remind everyone, just like, you know, you can do anything you put your mind to, and if you just work hard, you can always get better, and there's always room for improvement, and just always be a student of what you're doing, the art, you know, like never just think like, because she's a national qualifier, it's pretty easy for her to just be like, oh yeah, like I'm pretty great, you know, like, but just like, no, you have to always get better. Like she's gotten B starting for both. Now, like, instead of just saying, oh, I already got my plane ticket, like next week, now she's got to think like, I need to get A started now, you know, and keep pushing herself to just get better and better every day. And I feel like that'll take you a long way. And even if you do like, feel like you're not getting any better, there's like, the more consistently you're doing, the better chance you're gonna have to really go next level with that ceiling. And like, your limits are limitless.
That's right. That's right. Kenzie, you mentioned you're on the relay. We talked about the hurdles a little bit. What has it been like to have the Blue Hawk games? What was it like to compete at those games with your team and compete in relays across the outdoor season?
It's been awesome. It was super cool to compete at home, and like all the college kids came out and watched us, and everyone was cheering you on, and it's just kind of like that hometown feeling again.
Yeah.
The relays have been super fun. We're working every day to get our handoffs good, and it's the 4x1, you're one step off, the whole relay's messed up, so it's really intense and it's fun to do though.
Yeah. So
it's been fun competing at all the different meets and new teams all the time. So everyone's there to push us, and it's good competition. So
yeah, that's good. You know, in the past couple of years, it's been the guys have kind of dominated the conference in track, and I know you guys are looking forward to that too. The girls have been second or first as well, and so it's like we got a good, solid program in guys and girls. So what can you guys do these last couple of weeks just to solidify your spot in the conference?
I feel like, as well as we've done, nothing's really going to get solidified, just for the fact that we're in a great conference and the competition is always fierce, and like we have a target on our back because like we're the big dogs, and everyone knows that. And then so like far as these next coming weeks, we just train hard, just like we've always done. Do the things that we've done, do the things that have gotten us here, the things that the guys before have done that make us successful, and then you just keep working. Like Walker has us on a great schedule with our planning and our progression of training. And so I just feel like as long as we do what we need to do, Walker's going to handle the rest, and we should be able to get to where we need to be. And like I feel like we're looking really good. I'm excited for things to see how things turn out.
Yeah. Anything you'd like to add?
I think that we are sitting in a good spot. I'm excited too. I guess, like you said, Walker puts us in the right spot, and just trust our training. And I think as a team, we're going to do good.
Yeah, that's right. Well, you had a very great meet. I know you personally had a great meet the last time you were here in Dickinson at the Blue Hawk Games. Had some great jumps. What are both of you looking forward to as you come up to this weekend? They have the last chance meet here. What are you guys looking forward to individually and as a team?
Well, I'm looking to have a good turnout. You know, I want all the Blue Hawks to be there to support. And then it's going to be a beautiful day. And so, like, I'm happy with how we performed last week, so if we can even remotely simulate that, I'm going to be happy with it. And then we've come back from a few injuries. Ty Stanton and Hunter Johnson will both be back. And then so I feel like it'll be nice having both those guys to get some jumps on our home turf. Yep. And then with a beautiful day, great coaching, I'm sure things are going to go real well.
That's right.
So I'm excited.
Yeah. What about you, Kenzie?
Yeah, I'm super excited too. Like you said, we have everyone back now. It's going to be fun to compete with everyone again. For me, I love running against Abby because she's super fun to run against. She's super encouraging when I start the race. And me as a freshman, I still get super nervous before every race, and Abby's always there to calm me down, so it's awesome. And then our whole team is going to do awesome, I think, because of the warm weather. It's going to be just beautiful.
Yeah. Hawk weather, baby.
Hawk weather.
Hawk weather. Let's go.
Well, I don't think you can ever get away from the nerves. I think those come before any performance. But, regardless, the Blue Hawks will be here this weekend at the Last Chance meet. Come check that out on Friday. We'll have the results for you on dsubluehawks.com. Thank you guys so much for coming on. It's been a pleasure. Until next time,
Go
Hawks
Hawks.
are up.